If you don't think coaching matters, I don't know what to tell you. In college, coaching matters. Having a game plan matters. Developing players matters. Getting people opportunities matters. There's a reason that USC has now lost 2 top 20 recruits from last year's draft recruit class. 2 5-star athletes have already declared for the portal. Avery Howell, and now it's reported that Kayleigh Heckel is now jumping into the portal. Both of them freshmen on this year's team. Both of them 5-star recruits. Heckel, number 13 in the country. Howell, number 16 in the country. And both of them are in the portal. The only 5-star player they got left from this year's class that hasn't declared for the portal yet is Kennedy Smith, who was the 6th-ranked guard or player in the country. They also had 2 4-star athletes on this team this year from this past class. They had 5 freshmen of the top 54 in the country last year. And yet, when push came to shove, they weren't ready to play when JUJU Watkins went out with a tragic, catastrophic knee injury. Why do you think that is? We'll talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way, women's basketball. Appreciate you jumping on board. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. And for those of you who are back again, I appreciate y'all. Like the video, leave a comment. Let's talk about this topic because I was very, very vocal about my opinion of Lindsay Gottlieb, USC coach. I was very vocal about how she wore her star player into the ground. I was very vocal about how she ignored the fact that she had gotten hurt, injured on Saturday, and then on Monday she blows her knee out. I've been very vocal about overusage of her in these situations. Vocal. I've been very vocal of the fact that they have elite level talent on this team. Yet you're playing players, primarily JUJU Watkins, 34, 35, 37 minutes, playing deep into the 4th quarter with massive leads when you should be utilizing your younger players, developing them so they actually have some level of experience. Yes, UConn is a very talented team. Yes, UConn is loaded with talent also. But I will tell you this, USC was loaded. They were not some untalented squad the way so many people were trying to make it seem like it was JUJU and the crew, according to Stephen A. Smith. JUJU and the crew, JUJU and that transfer. Let's be real, people. You're losing 2 top 20 players from last year's class because their coach sucks. And if you want to be real, JUJU Watkins isn't going to play next year. If she does, it would be utterly shocking. If she was to come back in December, January, it would be shocking. Her best bet is to either redshirt and try to come back in 26, 27, or if the collective bargaining changes the age to get into the WNBA, would be to redshirt, leave in January, go play on Unrivaled as a way to work out and get ready, get paid to do it, and then move the hell on to the draft. It's just that simple. You would have to be blind to see the problems that existed at USC this year. There's a reason that JUJU Watkins always looks so unhappy. I know people say, "Oh no, she does how she looks." No. I've seen that girl smile. That girl wasn't happy this year. That girl was probably next level miserable. That's the impression she gave off. Body language is big. I'm not criticizing her. I'm speaking on what I saw. She looked like she was miserable. She looked like she was unhappy. The injury was a disaster, was tragic. Obviously, had a major, major impact on this tournament. Her team was only down 5 points going into the fourth quarter against UConn. Then they fell apart down the stretch, and Paige Beckers took the game over. And maybe even if she plays, they lose. It's a possibility because what you got from Ryan Marshall, you probably wouldn't have gotten. But Kiki Iriafen was horrendous in that game, and they lost by 14, 78-64. All that said, within a couple of days, you have two players, within 3 days, you have two players that are, well, this game was Monday, right? 3 players are in the 2 players in the transfer portal. 2 players. They still have Kennedy Smith. They still have, who was the other one? They still have Vivian Iwuchukwu. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing, and Ryan Forrestier, who are both 4-star players ranked 47th and 54th in this past year's class. They also had the number 92 player, Laura Williams, in this past class. So they had 6 of the top 100 players in the country in this class. And they didn't have anyone ready to play when JUJU Watkins got hurt because the coach wasn't prepared, because the coach was playing for the wrong reasons, because the coach was more concerned about blowing up numbers than she was about having a team that's prepared and ready to roll and had the depth to deal with an injury. JUJU Watkins is a great player. They still could have won that game. They beat Kansas State. They were only down 5 against UConn going to the fourth. They could have won that game. Play better, you win that game. Players are ready, you win that game. Have an offense that's not pass it to JUJU, you win that game. I picked UConn to beat them regardless, but the UConn wasn't overly impressive, and now everyone's blowing smoke up UConn's ass as if they've done something special. They had the easiest route to the Final Four once JUJU Watkins got hurt. They got the 10 seed in the second round, not the 7. They got Oklahoma, who's okay, and Paige went crazy in the fourth. And they got a hurt, inexperienced USC squad. Inexperienced because the coach, Lindsay Gottlieb, did not give those women the experience that they needed to get during the season so that they can be ready to play in the tournament. I don't want to hear that they're freshmen. They're freshmen because you didn't let them become sophomores. Most people would sit here and tell you, most people who know basketball know that you're a freshman coming in. By the tournament, you're not a freshman anymore. If you're still a freshman, it's because your coach has not put you out there or you have not earned minutes. One way or the other, you were not out there. And I refuse to believe that those girls, women, young women were not ready. They were not able to do it. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I saw that this young woman, Kayleigh Heckel, had a 53-point game in high school. That girl could score. These are both McDonald's All-Americans, her and Avery Howell. Kayleigh Heckel was on the, my goodness, she's scored over 2,400 points in high school. McDonald's and Jordan Brand All-American, 16 triple-doubles, 1 quadruple-double. Won the state championship. National runner-up finish in her junior season as a team. What are we doing? 2002 TOC Nike champion playing AU ball with Exodus New York, tournament MVP. She wasn't ready to play? Whose fault is that? Coach didn't get her ready, give her enough minutes to get her ready to play. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. You don't build confidence in your players, they're not ready to play. She averaged 6 points a game this year. Avery Howell averaged 7.5 points a game this year. I mean, it ain't complicated, bro. You have players that are bailing immediately. Avery Howell played 21 minutes a game. 21 minutes a game. Kayleigh Heckel played 17 minutes a game. Howell started 3 games. Heckel started 7. I'm also hearing that there might be another player leaving. I want to confirm it, but I'm hearing there might be another player leaving. Let me see if it's true or not, if it's been reported yet. I don't see. I don't know. I don't think she has any more. She doesn't. She can't have any more eligibility. No, she can't. Okay, so that's incorrect. What I was told is incorrect. So you're losing Kiki Iriafen. You're losing Avery Howell. You're losing Kayleigh Heckel. You're going to lose Talia von Lohoffen. And what you have coming back is Kennedy Smith. Let me see who else. Kennedy Smith. Oh, you're losing Ryan Marshall. So what you got coming back is basically Kennedy Smith. Because JUJU Watkins ain't going to play. Think about that for a second. Your job is to have players able to matriculate. You have 2 players that are willing to leave, are ready to leave, are in the portal, 5 stars a year ago, who are out the fucking door, even though they're almost guaranteed to start. I had someone reply to me saying, oh, well, they got the number 3 recruit in the country to replace. That's what the Avery Howell's leaving because they got another player to replace her. The name of Jasmine Davidson, who's the number 3 player in the country, a 5-star. Okay, great. Who's replacing Iriafen? Who's replacing Ryan Marshall? Who's not replacing Kayleigh Heckel? Vivian Iwuchukwu only played 19 games. Ryan Forrester only played 16 games. They averaged 3.5 and 7.5 minutes each. You've got no experience coming back. And JUJU Watkins is injured. Clarice Akunwafu, senior as well. She's gone. Unless she has another year of eligibility, but otherwise she might be gone. This team is gutted. This team is gutted. They have if Kennedy Smith goes back to SCI, man, that would be something. This JUJU Watkins injury is beyond catastrophic. Beyond. Kennedy Smith is about to be their best player next year. But you want to know how much you have to dislike a coach and dislike the direction of the program that you're going to leave when you know you're guaranteed, just almost guaranteed to be a major contributor. Again, they played 17 and 23 minutes per game, 17 and 21 minutes per game this year. You have to have a complete shit show going on inside that locker room if you're going to leave after a year as a 5-star recruit, knowing that you are probably going to be playing 30 minutes a game next year. What else? What other situation or circumstance could you possibly imagine 2 players of this caliber bailing after a year? I'll let you make that your decision. I'll let you think about it. I think that Lindsay Gottlieb is over her head. She showed it all year, and now she's minus her superstar, who at halftime of the UCLA Big Ten championship game, Kiki Iriafen told you the deal. How's your offense? Give it to JUJU. She told you. You just didn't want to listen. And when you're a 5-star athlete and you averaged, and you were a McDonald's All-American, a gold medalist FIBA player, a national team alternate for Canada in regards to Avery Howell, national team at 18. Not junior, not an 18 and under. Their national team. She was an alternate. And you're sitting here having to stand in the corner and be just another player. You might want to call it selfish. You might. I don't know. You also might want to call that you're seeing that your coach does not know what the fuck she's doing. And best believe that there are players today that look at their coaches and are like, this coach don't have any fucking idea what she's doing. And that's what I thought of Lindsay Gottlieb all season. And that's why I believe these two players are in the transfer portal 3 days after their season ended. What are your thoughts? You let me know what you think. You let me know what you think. Because passes to JUJU ain't a fucking offense. You gotta remember this one thing. And people want to make these comparisons. They've been making the comparisons all year to Caitlin Clark. They've done it. And I didn't mention her name until now. But they made their comparisons all year to Caitlin Clark. I promise to God, if Caitlin Clark had 6 of the top 100 recruits her senior year come into that program, one, she probably wouldn't have averaged almost 32 points per game. She might not have broken the scoring record. It's a possibility. Probably not, because she did break it with like 7 games left or whatever. But it's a possibility she wouldn't have broken the record, right? But she probably also would have won the national championship, along with getting an All-American transfer in Kiki Iriafen. The comparisons are there. Caitlin Clark played with Ducks largely and made them better. JUJU Watkins didn't play with Ducks. She was playing with 6 of the top 100 players in the country last year. 5 of the top 54. And yet this team, and yet these other players were largely insignificant role players. Largely insignificant role players. I don't know, man. You guys, some of y'all really want to believe the shit. And I'm not saying JUJU's not great. She is. But when you go from 24 and 18 and your next player averages 9.5, 7.9, 7.5, you have a very, very, very dominant team by one player, 2 players. And the rest of them just are there. I know how everyone pans out in college. I get it. But you can't tell me that if you had 3 McDonald's All-Americans, 3 5-star players added to the Iowa roster in Caitlin Clark's senior season, plus an All-American transfer who was a preseason first-team All-American, that Iowa is not holding up a national championship trophy at the end of that year. And the reason I don't think that USC would have won the damn thing is in large part because the coach is completely fucking incompetent and didn't know how to get the best out of these women. Did not know how to keep them happy. When you're a 5-star, you expect to do some shit. When you're a 3-star or 2-star athlete, you just want to fit in. That's what I'm trying to get to at the end of the day. I kind of circled around it, but that's what I'm trying. When you're a 5-star, you expect to be an impact player almost immediately. When you're a 2-star athlete, a 3-star athlete, a 1-star athlete, you want to fit in. You want to go with the flow. So you're not going to act like you're better than you are when you show up. But 5-star athletes, they expect to be heard when they get there. You let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is Rudy's Rant. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. I appreciate y'all. Come on now.